First of all, how are you doing?
Good, good. How are y'all?
Good,
Good,
good. Any
good.
post-fight body aches? Is it, are you waking up hurting? What's going on?
No, nah, I feel pretty good actually. And just ready for the next one.
Because we just had a guest on, and he says that the box rec amateur record is wrong. It says here your amateur record is 29-9 with 0 knockouts. Is that correct? Does that sound correct?
No, that's not right at all. I have like almost like
Hmm.
I almost have like 95 like amateur fights.
But I do want to ask you this: as an amateur, you had 1 knockout from what I see, right? Is that correct?
I had a lot actually.
Okay.
Probably like one on video or whatever, but I had a lot in amateurs.
Okay, so I guess the box rec has it wrong because I don't know.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff on.
Okay, well, that's nothing new. But well,
D-Style, we need to make a call to Box Rick, man. We got to get this thing straightened out.
yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Like, you got everything wrong. Like, what's
We've
going
been drinking too many of these, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a good thing. Okay, all right. Do you have stoppages in the amateur?
Like 2 or 3 only.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So you had a professional debut. I mean, walk me
Yeah.
through this, right? You're in the locker room. You're getting ready. They wrap your hands. They put on those smaller gloves. What's running through your head?
Yeah, no, it was just like everything I had worked towards, but really like I had never thought that I would go pro. I always thought that like my goal for me was to go to the Olympics and then be done with boxing. But like unfortunately I didn't make the Olympic team and I thought I was gonna be done with boxing right then and there. But then the opportunity to go pro like came and I kinda just ran with it. So really, like, it was all kind of surreal to me, like to be there. And with the small gloves, like, it's boxing is totally different. Like, it's not only like getting hit, but hitting with the small gloves, like you can feel literally everything. Like you can feel like the impact of your punches. It's crazy.
All right. Was there a different nervousness in that pro fight than you had in the amateur fights?
A little bit, but also like in a way it kind of felt more calm because in amateur fights, like when we're used to going to tournaments and having to weigh in every day and fight random people every day. So this one is just one fight that I had to focus on. And really like I felt kind of calm the whole time until like obviously like walking towards the ring. And then but after that first fight, after that first punch that you get hit, it's kind of over after that. Like it feels normal.
I was just going to ask you that. Like, when do the butterflies go away? Would it be the first bell ring or the
Nah.
first punch that lands,
Nah, like even still on the first bell, like I'm still like, oh, like is this real? Like, nah. Like I still feel kind of nervous, but once I get hit, it's kind of a done deal after that.
Okay. You said it at an opportunity, like, your dream was to go to the Olympics. You said you did not make the Olympic team. But you said an opportunity came. What was that opportunity? Like, what changed for you as far as making that decision to retire rather than go pro?
Yeah, so manager, like different types of managers started like contacting me, and at first I didn't really like what they had to say, but then then I met one and it kind of changed, and so I just ran with it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask you something here. Now,
All right.
traditionally, like for women in the family, it's how to protect them and stuff like that. So it took me a while to get used to the women's boxing. How many members of your family were trying to talk you out of fighting?
No, but the crazy thing is, it was my dad that like started me off. He wanted me to learn how to defend myself, like, but his reasoning was like for like boyfriends that wanted to, like, like they didn't have to watch out for me when I started having boyfriends. They had to watch out for me in school, but like nobody thought that I would have wanted to like fight for real. And my mom, she didn't like the idea at all. Like in the beginning, she wanted me to do like ballet and be a cheerleader. And my older like uncles and my grandpa, they were like, women don't fight and this, like they're supposed to be at home. But now everybody is like a big fan of my boxing, especially now after this fight. Like everybody, most of my family members, they tuned in and they saw like, wow, like she can actually fight. Like she's not just out here playing.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's spoken like a true father. Your father, when he says, "I want you to be able to fight off the boys."
Yeah.
So how old were you like when that happened?
I was actually only 5 when I started going to the boxing gym, but I would go with my brother, like my oldest brother, because he was getting bullied in school. So like, he brought me along too. And then our deal was that I was gonna quit when I was 15 because I didn't like boxing like at all.
Oh.
So, but it just happened that when I turned 15, I made Team USA for the first time. So I kind of just ran with it.
The obvious for boxing not liking this is you're getting hit, right?
Yeah.
Was it just that, or was it also the training? Was it because you had other things you wanted to do? Like what? What was it exactly you didn't like?
It was like the training mostly. That I didn't like how I always had to be there like every day, and I also had like other interests. Like I was doing other sports too, so it wasn't just boxing occupying my time. But then it just so happened that boxing was the thing I was best at. So here I am still. Yeah.
How would you describe your boxing style right now for anyone who hasn't watched you fight?
My boxing style right now, it's kind of like I kind of adapt, I guess, to my situation. Like I can box, I can bang if I want to, but it's kind of a mix of both. I'm aggressive. I use my jab a lot, and I attack the body. So it's kind of a mix. I don't know how to explain it.
Did you ever look at like when you were growing up boxing and you're in the amateurs, like did you look at the women pros like and ever say to yourself like I could take them? Or did you ever feel that way? Like, do you feel that way right now?
Well, I don't know. Like, to be honest, I don't watch a lot of boxing, especially women boxing. But I would see like the pros, like they would have like a lot of pros like cards around like the city where I'm from, technically. And I would see them fight, and a lot of the older women that are pros, like not the ones that came up from the amateur program, but the ones that like kind of just turned pro immediately after starting boxing. Like, yeah, like I can, like I'll see them and they won't have a lot of skill. They're just really aggressive. So I guess like skill wise, like yeah, like I can outbox them.
So, would you rather professional boxing for women be 3-minute rounds? Are you okay with 2 minutes?
Yeah, definitely. I would rather have it 3 minutes.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm noticing a trend here. A lot of the older kind of guard likes it 2 minutes, and they say that like, we can't do 3 minutes. But I'm noticing a lot of the women coming in now from the amateurs, probably used to 3 minutes, want the 3 minutes, right?
Yeah, because the 3 minutes is a different adjustment, and it's like less time to actually get to work.
Okay.
It's really fast too. Like I know when I'm sitting at home and I'm watching, like it's hard to score the rounds because they're so fast, you know. And then the women, they're really fast too. They're in there throwing a lot of punches at each other. It's like, man, like if I had an extra minute, maybe somebody might take over or something. But you know, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So you think you'll be okay doing 3 minute rounds? Like you won't have to do anything different. You'll be fine just going 3 minutes right now.
Yeah, because in the amateurs, that's what we would fight too. 3-minute rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
What city are you training out of?
Right now, I live in Houston. So I was originally from San Antonio for a minute, and then now I moved down to Houston, which is where I train at now.
Fight Town.
Yep.
That's right. Hey, Texas, stand up.
Houston's a fight.
I told you guys all about Texas, but take us back to when you were in Team USA. What was that experience like, and how do you think that made you improve as a fighter?
Well, Team USA kind of made me fall in love with boxing because it gave me the opportunity to travel the world and meet with different boxers like all over the country, all over the U.S., and really get into that atmosphere and be with world-class coaches and just meet different people all around the world. And like, it really opened my eyes to like that there was more life, you know, there was more opportunity in boxing than just like the local things that I knew. And I'm just overall like really grateful because it broadened my perspective of the world.
Hey, there you go. When do you believe? Because you're young, you got time. There's no rush, but
Yeah.
But in women's boxing, it's not like the pool of talent isn't as big as it is with the men, right? So you can move up a lot faster, right?
Mm-hmm.
When do you see yourself contending, like being a contender, and maybe fighting for a world championship? Like how far from now?
How far from now? I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you. Maybe.
Okay. Just one fight at a time?
One fight at a time. To be talking about being a contender and world champion. So.
There you go. Because look, I honestly believe that the crop of talent coming in for women's boxing is just far more talented than the old guard. I just feel that way.
Yeah, definitely. The amateur program has really like prepared most of these female fighters like to come up and do some damage in the pros.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like another thing that's going on too is they see the success that females have in UFC, and they're trying to follow that trend too. And I wonder if they're going to try to groom more female boxers to go to the UFC. Would that be something you would be interested in? If
not at all.
No, get in that cage.
Not at all. Punches are enough. Those kicks and them elbows, that's something different.
I ain't gonna get choked out. Like
I'm not gonna get choked out, man. Watch out.
Yeah, especially now. I mean, it's that's something just like boxing, right? You want to start at a young age, and from there.
Because once you get to the ground, that's another story. Like,
right. Yeah. If it wasn't boxing, like what do you think you would be doing if you weren't boxing right now? Like what were your aspirations? What was your backup plan?
So originally, when I was in high school, I was really big on like track and cross country, and I actually got offered a few scholarships like to go to school for cross country. And so I was gonna do that, but then my boxing kind of took off, so I stopped focusing so much on track and cross country. I started focusing my time on boxing, but the plan is still to get my degree though from school.
Yeah, there you go. So that place, she wants to box 3 rounds. She's doing cross country and like all this other stuff. Getting scholarships. Could have. Well, a lot of times, like I'm not sure about women's boxing, but at least with the males, I've seen times when the following has happened, like the boxer that has like no plan B and that's all they have, really doesn't like the boxers that have a plan B and could get an education and stuff like that, So I'm pretty sure you're going to run into that. I don't know who it's going to be, but you're going to run into that fighter that's going to tell you at the weigh-in or something like, "This is all I got, and you're not going to take this from me." Are you ready for that? Because there's a lot of boxers out there. This is all they got.
Well, yeah, I think everybody should have a plan B because this boxing stuff isn't forever, and anything can happen. You can get hurt, you can get whatever, you can start losing, and then that's it. That's it for you. You have to know what's gonna come next. You have to have a plan B, no matter what. And that's why, I'm going to school, because I know this boxing stuff's not forever. It's not gonna, and I don't want to fight all my life either.
You guys have anything lined up for a fight coming soon or anything like that?
Yeah, so actually in March I'm gonna have my second fight.
Okay. Be it televised or anything like that? We could see it possibly?
It's gonna be live streamed again.
Okay.
So knockout or what? Or decision?
Knockout. We're not looking for knockouts right now, but just boxing. Mostly it'll probably be decision. So now I'm just gonna focus on, developing myself and getting really adjusted to the pro style.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I like that. You gotta examine things first, go in there and see what the opponent has for you, But if the knockout is there, you're gonna take it, right?
Yeah,
I love to see a knockout.
No, yeah, for sure. If it's there, we'll take it, but we're not fishing for it.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Is that a question here? Where's the fight gonna be? Do you know? At the location?
Most likely Costa Rica again, but still have to work out the details.
What was harder, the weight cut or the fight?
The weight cut probably, but yeah. So originally I was supposed to go lower, but something happened and we had to get the fight a little bit bigger. But the next fight I will cut lower. But the whole time I was thinking that I was going to be in a lower weight class. But at the last minute we had to bump up.
So you're supposed to be a featherweight, is that correct?
Mostly the goal is to get down to 118. So that was what I was working
Oh, okay. All right. I have a question from the chat here. Is are you a southpaw or do you fight from an orthodox stance?
No, I'm an orthodox.
Orthodox. Okay, there you go. Well, look, it's been great having you on. We do appreciate you taking the time. We hope to have you in the future as your journey continues in this boxing world. It's just one fight in. We'll see where it goes. Could move pretty quick up in the women's ranks, so we'll see where you are in a couple of fights. Anything you want to say to the boxing fans out there?
Just thank y'all for supporting me in my journey, and I hope we just keep it going and y'all keep showing love. So thank you.
That's right. All right. So thank you for coming on HCP. Hispanics causing panic. Want you to cause some panic out there. You know, we need you to scare those UK boxers. You know, we need you to scare all these. You know, like just go out there and never be scared to talk some trash. Like, you know, just do what you got to do. All right.
Sure. All right.
All right. Have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.